Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Reserve Program, round number 5 of the lovely Imola Circuit Automodrome, whatever the hell it's called. I can't remember. It's a bit of a tongue-tied mission here, but we are at Imola. You're probably thinking it's 100%, but no, it's not, because it's the Reserve Program, so it will go to 50 instead. We have a very, very interesting grid tonight, which is going to be absolutely fantabby-dozy. I am great to be here. I've been away for a while in the comms box. My throat has not been the best, but I'm back and I'm going to give you some fantastic live action tonight in the comms box. As you know, I'm your host and comms SJ, and I'm joined by the man that I did an interview earlier on today for the next episode of Rush Time podcast, Danny Rocks. Good evening.
Good evening, SJ, and good evening, everyone at home. Yes, thrilled to be here for the program around Imola, where it's going to be 100% in Div 1 through 4, but in the reserve program, it's always a 50%, I believe. So we're going to get some pretty cool action around the circuit Imola Romagna. I'm pretty sure that's the name.
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. We'll go with that. Anyway, it is great to be back and show you some action tonight in the comms box and also in the reserve program on Rush. Here we go. So, give you a little bit of a heads up on the grid tonight. We have got some newcomers. So, TPs, keep your eyes open and have a look at what they can do for you. This weekend, if they have the opportunity to reserve, which would be absolutely fantastic. So we've got Cooper Field, known as a driver that actually has come back. He hasn't raced for quite some time, and I remember him as goated AF1. He was actually one of David's drivers a long time ago. So really, really good to have him back. We then got Sam RR. I've known him for quite some time. He's good to see him back as well. We've then got Slushy that is making an appearance tonight. We've then got Somnian that is making an appearance tonight. Also, remember, the reserves get priority. The full-time drivers score no points. It's only reserve drivers, but it is good for the full-time drivers to get onto track to have a little bit of an insight of what it is going to be like for this weekend. Unfortunately, you're going to get half of what it's going to be like because it's a 100% race, and obviously track conditions could change, so we'll have to wait and see. But we've then got Symphonic in the V-Cab tonight. We've got Jonna in the Alpine. He is a Red Bull driver and the TP of Red Bull as well now, so it'll be interesting to see what he'll be watching out for tonight on track, or if he'll just be concentrating on himself. We've then got AXT in the Ferrari. We've got Bard Champion, a new driver that's come back as well in the VCAL. We've then got Aiden as Raiden. Thank you very much for hosting tonight. We know that he is got some serious pace and absolutely loves this program to the moon and back. We then got Cooper Trooper in the Audi. TTV Mertz as well is back. We've got Sonny Gray. Then we've got a ruthless guy. Will he be ruthless on track? We'll have to wait and see. Another new driver, which is really good to see. Then we have David in the McLaren. We then have the TP of Dwayne, known as Sleepy, in the McLaren. We then got Wizfam, my teammate, known as Jazzy Ezits, in the Aston. Mad Mesh, another new driver on the grid tonight in the Haas. And we've got Hoffy reserving as well for Haas. Hot Cheetos 4457, another new driver as well on the grid tonight as well in the Red Bull. RJ Kustra in the Merc. Slippergoon, my other driver for Cadillac, in the Williams tonight. And then rounded out, we've got Filthy, which is 22 drivers for the reserve program. Daniel Rocks, attendance absolutely peak.
Yeah, the attendance is absolutely there tonight. The people to be looking out for around the streets, well, not the streets, the Circuit Imola Romagna, Possibly M. John R. He's looking really quick this season. Aiden is Raiden, Cooper Trooper, and maybe a bit of Filthy and RJ Istra in the Mercedes. So look out for those couple of people as Silipagoon 6'7" does a 17-0 and gets beaten immediately by AXC, who gets immediately beaten by his teammate Filthy, who immediately gets beaten by Cooper Trooper. So we're going to be in the 15-5s. So that's a pretty... who actually gets beaten by M. John R, like I was saying, with a 14-8. So I reckon we're going to see lap times of a low 14 when everyone has finished their first banker lap, and then when we get to the end of this session, we might see a low 14. Heck, we might even see a 13. That's what I'm reckon. I'm predicting pole time is going to be a 113.8. I have a feeling someone's going to do a 13.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see. I do apologise about streaming. It's been a jumpy. It has been a long time since I has commentated and streamed, so hopefully you did get all the action that you need to see. The main thing is we need to see is the times on the left hand side at the moment, as Daniel Robson did state. Memster John R has done a 114.803 taking pole, then P2 115.5 and then a 115.501, beaten by 1,000 of a second. That is extremely tight. You can't get any tighter than that unless it is exactly the same time. That is a phenomenal time there that we've got between Symphonic and Cooper Trooper. RJ in the 15.6s, and then most of the other guys in the 16s as well. So, yes, very interesting to say the least at the moment. Let's have a look at some of our new drivers who we've got. We've got Mad Mesh, who's done a 16.238. We've then got Hot Cheetos in a 16.6, who's validating, he's now coming into the pits. Our Ruthless Guy is a 16.7. We've then got Cooperfield with a 17.233. And then we've got Bad Champion, who's on the lap at the moment, who's just invalidated as well. Question. We'll obviously go into a little bit of the racing. We don't need to go hard out because it is the reserve program. What's your thoughts to these new drivers tonight? Like who you're looking at name-wise, which is making it quite interesting. Like, what's your thoughts tonight?
Well, I mean, I would be looking, if I was a TP, which I'm not, but I would look out for a driver who really doesn't quit, that doesn't really, like, pulls the trigger and say, hey, I'm going to retire, like, mid-race. And I would be looking for a bit of consistency, a bit of lap consistency that we're going to see tonight, definitely. And yeah, that's basically the main point you're going to want to look out for in a TP, especially with the new guys. So that's just basically it. Consistency, and really that person that doesn't really quit. So those are the two main points I'd be looking out for.
Yeah, definitely. And on that note, we've obviously got Mad Mish that has basically sandwiched himself in there between the Ferrari and P5 and P7 at the moment. So really good time from him, 16.238, only 2 temps off 16 flat. We've then got Hot Cheetos, who is just under Slushy there, 16.6. We've then got Ruthless Guy, that's a 16.7. And then we've got Mertz at 17.1 and Cooperfield at 17.2. Sam are 17.4 and Bud Champion and no time as it stands. It is actually on lap, so I'm going to let you take this one away, Daniel. Over to you.
Thank you indeed, Eshay. Through the first couple of chicane corners, looking at very, making sure not to dip those right-hand tyres on the grass. Goes a little bit wide that corner, but overall pretty good. Does a 25.1 through the first sector. I don't really know the sector times, but I think that's decent. That's an alright sector as we come through this corner, making sure not to get beyond that white line, otherwise the lap will be invalidated. Up the hill we go into the chicane where everyone ends up invalidating or sending it a bit wide. So let's see, through the chicane he goes, a little bit wider than the second corner, but otherwise pretty good. Burns the battery down to about 5%, 3%. So that's another thing, you're gonna want to make sure to have battery for the run to the line, as he's gonna have a bit of a slipstream from, I believe, the McLaren TP of Dwayne, to the line he goes a P16 with a 1:17.283.
Thank you very much, Danny Rocks there. So we are hopefully seeing improvement there, and some of these guys may be just getting straight into it, and some of them may have done a bit of laps at the moment. We have seen, obviously, the top three are staying where they are at the moment. There's no change there between Symphonic and Cooper Trooper's time, which is absolutely insane and extremely close there. We've still got Mad Mish in the mix over the middle of Filthy as well, who is actually on the lap. Let's have a look how he does in Sector 1. He's actually 0.024 up on his time there, so as it stands, will stay in P6 as it stands at the moment. He's going to have a big improvement. He's going to need to knock off at least 2 attempts to beat Filthy's time there, and he is really pushing that car. And so that should be interesting to see how he goes here in the Haas, because that is his team. So will we be looking at a different driver racing this weekend? We'll have to wait and see. These guys do have the opportunity too, so no pressure, guys, the newcomers, because the league races are completely different, and this is only 36 laps. The other one is 100% race. But Mad Mish coming around into the last couple of corners. I don't know if I'm seeing the purple there or not, or if that is just straight line mode. We'll have to wait and see. As he does come around into the final corner. Oh, we're going to see an improvement from Mad Mish. He's actually just been pipped there by Sonny Bray. Up into P5 and overtakes Filthy. Gets into the 15.8. Very big improvement there from Mad Mish. Only 2 attempts slower than RJ Kustra at the moment. What about the other guys? We've got Hot Cheetos. He is in the pits with 8 minutes to go. A Ruthless. He is on not a lap at the moment. We've then also got Mertz that's on a lap. He's coming into the final corner. About to, nearly loses on the final corner. Lose a couple of attempts by making that mistake. And that pushes himself up to P13 with a 16.907. We've also got Cooper Field that's improved as well by 16.597. So big improvements here. And we've still got Bard Champion still in the pits. Who else is a new driver that is improving or not improving? We've got Hurt Cheetos on a lap now. A Ruthless looks like he is driving very slow, so it looks like he's not on a lap at the moment. We're going to jump on board with this man, Aiden's Raven. Here you go. Take us away, Daniel Ross.
With Aiden is Raiden, yes, going down into turn 1 and turn 2, recharging the battery, making sure not to exceed those track limits as everyone is doing. Has 2 Ferraris in the way. But it's time! Look out of the way! Oh no, that's not really good. Fortunately, both Ferraris getting in his way. He's gonna have to abort that lap a little bit. Aiden is rated not yet to set a lap time, but that will be something to look at in this steward's room, SJ.
Yeah, definitely. Very interesting to see there as well. But a bit unfortunate, but that's not what we want to see as well. And I think they will be a bit angry with that. But he's still got time still to set another lap and go again as well. We've also got Dwayne, who was on a lap. No, he's actually invalidated. Who have we got on a lap? We've got Mad Mish that's actually left the session. So if you could get him back in, that would be absolutely fantastic. Mr. Danny Rocks. We've got AXT on an outlap as well. So we'll jump on with AXT and I'll do a fly with him, but we'll try and get Mad Mesh back into this session at the moment. But the new guys are doing quite well. They're P13, P18, P15, P14, P13, P12, P10, and P5. So yeah, good to see. Good to see as well. Right, let's have a look. We got AXT, it's just about to start, which for some reason skipped. So here we go, coming down the main straight, burning that boost and straight line mode. A little bit of traffic in front, looks like a Haas there, taking it nice and clean into turn 2 and turn 3. Now this is the next part. This is going to be very, very difficult, very easy to invalidate. You want to put the curb, keep it nice and tight, riding the curb, not get too far over to the left, then pushing the car over to the right, drop down into the 50, get nice and tight to the hairpin, get a good exit, go in the middle of that battery, up at the top, and then this is the next part, which is very, very easy to invalidate. You want to try and hit that curb on the exit there, on the entry, sorry, and then down the hill as the elevation in Imola is up and down all over the place. As you go, you can see there, you're going down the hill, coming up into the curb, then onto the exit of the curb, up the hill, and then you're coming in to the right and the left-hander, which we will probably see penalties in this corner, as it is basically a bad track limit corner to get track limits, and especially down here as well, because you can only cook it going a little bit too far and then taking it quite wide on the exit there. As you can see, you're just keeping it within the track limits as well, keeping quite wide there, using as much as the track as possible, and actually going into the pits. So I'm actually not happy with that time. And while we talk about that, Aiden as Raiden has set the pedigree at the top of the 14.535.
Get going a tenth quicker than M John here, which we rarely see that. But yeah, I'm still trying to get Mad Mesh in. I'm waiting for him to send me a friend request. I'm trying to wait for him to send me a friend request. But Symphonic, actually, he was going 6/10 quicker, but invalidated. As I finally received a friend request from Mad Mesh. But yeah, Symphonic was looking to go quick, but he invalidated, unfortunately. But I'll hand it over to you while I get Mad Mesh in.
Right, we're going to go. We've got 3 drivers. Well, we've got 3 new drivers to jump on board with. Ruthless, Mertz, and Sam RR. So let's jump on board with Sam RR, and I will let you take this one away as Mad Mesh has joined. So over to you, Daniel Rooks.
Thank you indeed. With who again, Sam? Okay, let's find him. He's on P16. Going through turn 1 and 2. Make sure not to validate. Dips a bit of the tires in the grass there, but down to 50% battery he goes. Make sure to ride these curbs perfectly. Does so. Doesn't exceed track limits. Brilliant. He is 79 thousandths up on his personal best. So he's looking to try to jump up from P16 with a 16.921. Making sure not to exceed those track limits. Looking very, very good from Sam RR23 so far. Up the hill we go. Through the second sector split. Who is actually now 4/10 up in purple. Session best. Sam RR is going quick here. He might be able to jump himself up inside of the top 10 here with his lap time if he can finish it without exceeding track limits here. Through the final corner, he's got almost 30% battery. He's got enough for the run to the line. Let's see where Sam RR can place himself. To the line, does a 16.2. That's good enough for P10 for Sam RR23. What a lap by him, SJ.
Yeah, great. You called it, and you called it correctly. P10 for Sam RR. Great time there. We then got Mad Mesh in the pits at the moment. No changes at the front apart from Aiden's Raven taking the win for pole position at the moment. 14.535. Can Jonna cause any more problems? Can Symphonic cause any more problems? They're looking very fast, those guys, tonight. A little bit further down, we'll go for a Ruthless guy as he is on a lap at the moment. We'll just jump on board. He's in sector 1. Looks like he's on no battery at all. So I don't know what's going on here. He obviously thinks he can race with no battery. So he's in P9 at the moment with a 16.169, 9 thousandths of a second slower than Sunny Bray. AXT's dropped down into P10. Samar is now into P11. Cooperfield is on an outlap as well. Midmash has left the session again. So, yeah, bit of connection issues there tonight. We then got Somnian on an outlap. Hot Cheetos is on an outlap at the moment. Mertz is on a flyer. He's 4/10 up, so he could be looking at a 16.1, and he's actually backed out of it. So, yeah, he's not on a lap. He's trying to save his battery and probably go again. But Champion is 17.2. at the moment in the V Cup. Can he improve? Are we going to see improvement from these newcomers? We'll have to wait and see. At the moment, Mad Mesh is the best one of the night, who has disconnected and is in the pits, and that is his qualifying done and dusted. What about Bar Champion? We've got a Ruthless guy who has decided to retire. Hopefully that's not on track. Hopefully that is into the pits. Good man, good man. There we go. Bud Champion counting up into Sector 3 now. Up the hill. Comes in to the lovely right-hander and left-hander. And goes. Get a little bit of traffic in front here. Could get a bit of a toe off the Haas. Let's have a look. Are we going to see an improvement from Bud Champion down there in P19? People are moving left, right, and centre at the moment. People are moving down a little bit. Bud Champion going to come across the line. What's it going to be? He's run out of battery. And he goes up to P9. What a time. from Bar Champion there. Who else have we got coming around into the final corners? We've got Hot Cheetos. He comes across the line, stays P17 with a 16.662. We've also got Slippergoon, who's invalidated, is out of quali. We've also got the Haas. Sorry, not the Haas. Is it the Haas? No, it's the Cadillac of Aiden Raiden. Are we going to see an improvement for pole position? A 14.535 to beat. Coming around into the final corner, gets a little bit out of sorts there, but keeps within track limits. Coming around in the final corner, crossing the line, a little bit enough on the battery. Are we going to see an improvement? Yes, we are. 14.347. What about John R? John R is 2.5 tenths up. He could come. He takes it very fast through the left hand and the right hander in sector 3. Mr. John R is in P2. Symphonic stays P3. AXT's retired. Mr. John R, can he take Aiden's Raven off the top spot? Going right into one more last corner, 22%. And he loses the back end. And that is done. And that makes him not get pole position. And that is as quick as you can wreck your time there, Daniel Rocks. What a mistake there from John R. Losing the back end and losing pole position.
Yeah, that's basically all you need. Trying to turn on that battery too quick, and then the rear wheel can't keep up with it, and then you end up losing the back end and basically losing all your time. M. John R, I reckon, was going to take pole then. He was almost 3 tenths up on his time. He would have taken pole, but unfortunately it's going to be Aiden Raiden in the Cadillac, by the way, on pole position for tonight's reserve program Grand Prix. But let's have a look at the rookies. Mad Mesh has pole position in the rookie class. I'm acting like this is WEC, this hypercar in the GT3s. But Mad Mesh has the Rookie Pole Award. Congratulations to him. He obviously is the quicker of the rookies. But what a very calm but chaotic qualifying session for the reserve program. Let's see results here tonight. It's Aiden Raiden on pole position, followed by M. John R. 2, Symphonic P3, Cooper Trooper P4, RJ Ikustra P5, and then Sunny Bray in the other Cadillac P6, Filthy P7, Mad Mesh P8, Cooper Field P9, BHR Champion, A Ruthless Guy, AXT Sonium, Sam RR, Sam Slushy Hot Cheetos, TTV MYRTS, Slippergoon, DM, the Cadillac TP, and then Dwayne running off our field. SJ, what a qualifying session, mate. What are your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns?
Very, very interesting. Really, really good for a little bit of suspense at the end there. You got to give the old suspense. I have missed the commentating. John are very unfortunate not to get that pole position. Aiden's Raiden showing that he loves the program so much. And proves that he is the one to beat in this program. Be very interesting to see how the newcomers go now. Obviously, what's their race pace like compared to their qualifying? So it'll be really, really good. And, some interesting times there, which is the TPs are going to be looking at them. And then obviously these guys will get placed at the end of this race. So, TPs, if you're listening in, keep an eye out on those top 6 guys that are new on the grid tonight, because they could be in your cars for the week.
Yeah, if I was a TP, I would be looking out for one of those new guys to put in the car come silly season, which is in a couple of rounds. But speaking of silly season, I did drop the announcement where I'm racing inside the podcast. So if you listen to the podcast, make sure to listen to mine tomorrow. It's very interesting. But enough for the podcast. Let's go racing as we go 5 red lights for the Reserve Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go for the Imola Reserve Program Grand Prix. It's a good launch from Aiden Raiden, Emma John R, who is going side by side with Sonic as we go down into the run in turn 1. Let's see if any chaoticism that kicks off, or do we go through all clean? We go through turn 1 and turn cleanly. Going into turn 3 we go. Symphonic looking all over Aiden early. Cooper Trooper gets past RJ Ikustra in the Mercedes for P5. But so far, a very clean start, very good start for these races indeed. But it is Aiden is rating currently leading as there's a car off the racetrack. Who was that? I reckon it was the Mercedes of RJ Kustra going off into the gravel. So that's not a very good start by him. But let's have a look at the tyre compounds they have chosen. Most of the going mixed. A couple of race cars on mid, a couple of them on hards.
Oh!
But look at Symphonic, big crash in the background as a ruthless guy is around in the chicane. Not a very good start by him. But let's go back to the front, guys, because Symphonic is looking racy as they start doing the whole esports little worm line there. Going down into turn one. Can Symphonic send a lunge? No, he chooses to wait and back off as Hoffy is the first one to come into the pit lane. He must have damage. Another yellow flag in the first corner. It is filled up in a couple of positions, so he must have went wide. But Eshe, good launch by Aiden is Raiden. He keeps the lead on lap 2.
Yeah, great little battle going on between Aiden's Rain, Symphonic Jonna and Cooper Trooper. These top 4 are really going at it. You can see how close they all are. Just within one mistake, you could lose your front wing, but it's looking very, very good at the moment. Very, very racy, these top 4. So it looks like it's going to be a very interesting week for these guys. All in mixed divisions as well. Cooper Trooper Div 2, Jonna in Div 1, Symphonic Div 1 and Aiden's Raiden. And then you've also got Sonny Bray, which is not far behind Cooper Trooper as well in Division 3. And RJ in Division 2, so a bit of a mixture as Aiden Rain has lost the lead there to Symphonic and he's got the move done. Aiden Rain is going to stay very close to him. As you can see, he's underfueled there. We'll jump on with some data later on throughout the races. We don't want to give things away, but here we go. Aiden Rain on board POV. Does he go for a move into turn 1? No, he doesn't. Back down at the back, we've got Somnian and Wizfam going at it. The two Astins going side by side. They've then got Bar Champion in on the side, and the Filthy's on the left. Does he stick it in? Oh, there's a big accident there. One of the Astins has made a mistake. Somnian's got it all wrong, and Wizfam gets through, and that's lap 3 out of 32. We've got the yellows as well. Sippy Lagoon's got a 10-second for collision with Somnian. Absolute carnage there at the back. Big mistake there from the Aston Martin, which is now pushed Bar Champion up into P11, who's going to go for a move up the hill, gets the move done on Wizfam, which probably has damage. Filthy does have that penalty as well down there in P12, but Wizfam is coming back at him on the left hand side and he gets the move done. Thank you very much. Do not leave an opening, but look at this, with Bar Champion is going to come back at him up the top. If you could send slash and invite, that would be fantastic. And there we go, we've got the V-Carbon Aston going at it for P10 and P11. Filthy not far behind as well, and we've got Dwayne, who's a spectator at the moment watching on board this Bar Champion. He's got a bit of damage to the front left, and so has the Aston Martin of Wizfam, who looks like he's got a bit of damage to the front left as well. And our Ruthless has been disqualified from this session for receiving multiple penalties. What not a start there for the man in the Williams. That is not the start you want. So yeah, really unfortunate for a Ruthless there. But back up to this lovely battle that we're seeing in P10 and 11. Bar Champion's dropped down into P12. Filthy's dropped even way down because he's actually in the gravel now. And we've got another yellows in Sector 1 and 3. It's all going on here at the Imola circuit. Do we have Slushy back in on the grid?
Not on this point in time. No, I'll hand it back to you because it must have been a big crash.
Yes, Hot Cheetos has just gone and smacked into the wall. And he's lost his right side of his front plate now. And David is just ready to pounce. And he's a spectator to this. What is going on there? There's a lot of action happening, but a lot of mistakes happening as well. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But we've got Symphonic leading the way at P1, Aiden's Raiden in P2. If you are with us, we're on lap 4 out of 32, and John are your top 3. Then Cooper Trooper, Sunny Bray, RJ, AXT, Cooper Field, Sama, Dwayne, Wizfam, Bar Champion, Madmesh, Mertz, Hot Cheetos, David, Slushy, Filthy, Cybergoon, Hovey, and Somnian, and we've just lost a ruthless guy who has been DSQ'd. 2 penalties as it stands at the moment. 3 seconds for Filthy, 10 for Slippergoon. Mixture of tyres, all mediums from P1 to P7. Hards in the middle in P8. Then another set of mediums in P9. Then hards all the way from P10 down to P15. Then a mixture of mediums P16. Hards in P17. Mediums again P18. Hards again in P19, and then Hoffy has decided to go on to the softs, and then Somnian has pitted for a fresh set of mediums. Lap 5 out of 32, and Ada's Raiden is now back out in front. Back to you, Daniel Rooks.
Yes, 0.2 of a second in front of Symphonic here, who all racing. Look at this top, what, 5? 6? Top 5. Basically almost all nose to tail, almost. As M. John R. tries to look around the outside of Symphonic. But let's see as we go to the run into turn 1 here. Aiden is Raiden leads, but Symphonic is all... But look, Aiden is Raiden, he's almost taking the esports line. And that maybe proves a bit of speed compared to the normal line. But let's see if Symphonic can get that run into turn 3. But M. John R. is looking all over him. Here comes Symphonic down the inside. Done, delivered, sealed, and sent from Symphonic. He gets the back as Mad Mesh gets a penalty for track limits. But so far, Symphonic has been looking quick. It might have not looked like it in qualifying, but in the race perspective, he is quick. As M. John R. has actually left the session, I'll get on that as I hand it back over to you, Jay.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's going to hurt John R. now because Cooper Trooper is going to make the move easy as pie. And getting the move done into the right-hander and left-hander there into P3. John R. could even lose out to Sonny Bray, and Sonny Bray is right behind in that P5 position, ready to pounce and make a move. Anyone going to make a move here as Cooper Trooper is still within that second of the boost button in the blue of Aiden is Raiden, but Sonny Bray will try and get the move done here. As we can see, he's going to go side by side with John R. It's AI versus the real driver, and Sonny Bray gets the move done, and we've got yellows in sector 3. What's happened here? Sam R. and Dwayne? No, I'm just trying to work out where is sector 3. We're back down here. No, not anything at the moment I can see, but we'll go back up to the front. We've got Super Goon that's just got a penalty there as well, down there in P18, 3.7 seconds behind Filthy. We've got David in P16, he's 1.2 seconds behind Hot Cheetos. We've got a move going on here as Slushy has got the job done on Goon because Goon's come into the pits. Back up to the front though, still pretty close between Aiden's Raid and Symphonic, right about that 5.5 tenth gap at the moment. Cooper Trooper though is falling back 1.6 seconds, and he's got Sonny Bray on his tail at the moment. Jono has moved down into P5. I've sent you an invite, Slushy. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. We sent you invites. EA doesn't want to work. Well, I don't know what it is. You can try and send him another invite. I don't know what's going on with Slushy's connection or invites, but we've sent him another one. Filthy's left the session as well now, so we're going to need another one. EA doing EA things, as we always know. Thank you very much for not fixing this game. Still, but we will continue. Symphonic in P1, Ada's Raiden in P2, looking to get the move done on the right-hand side, but no, the door gets slammed, but that costs Symphonic there with a 3-second time penalty. Ada's Raiden's going to come back at him. Dwayne's got a 10-second for speed in the pit lane. He's called it. He's not happy with his performance. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, well, I can't do much about that as I am not on Xbox, but someone's gone very wide there at the back. Hoffy's gone wide. Let the guys through. There's moves happening left, right, and centre at the moment. We've got someone in the grass there. Cooper Field taking out one of the boards. A lot of mistakes happening here at Imola on lap 8 out of 32, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get everyone back in, but EA's being EA. So that's just being stupid. But yes, Symphonic with that penalty, so that's very unlucky for him. As Aiden is Raiden goes, as Symphonic gets another 3-second time penalty. So he's up to 6 seconds of penalties here. So he's going to drop at this point if the race were to finish, which is a long way. But if it was to finish like this, full, potentially down to P4, P5-ish. So that's not a very good result for Symphonic at all. But Koopa Trooper in P3 battling with Sunny Bray. You would have never seen this. Sunny Bray battling with a Div 2 driver. He's all over the box, or the Audi driver. But through the corners we go, making sure not to do a Symphonic, get a penalty here. Koopa Trooper with that little bit of battery percentage maybe. No, it goes Sunny Bray, who actually makes the move pretty easy down the inside and basically delivers the move, done, sent and gone. So that is Sunny Bray up to P3. At this point in time, it would be a Cadillac 1-2. Escher, you must be thrilled about this result so far.
Well, they're not my drivers, so no, I'm not. But we've got M. John Art that still needs an invite, so we can get him in. That would be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But Div 3 need to watch out for this race this weekend, as Sunny Bray and AXT are showing some serious pace here tonight against these guys as well. So Div 3, they better watch out, because they're going to be pretty quick this weekend coming. But at the moment, we've got the two Mercedes of RJ and Cooper Field. Cooper Field has made his way up. Hoffy gets a 10-second speed in the pit lane, and I reckon he'll probably call it. Yes, he will. We've got yellow flags in sector 1 and 3. AXT got the move done on Sam into that P7. Cooper Field in P6 on his own on those 9-lap hards. 9 seconds back from his teammate RJ at the moment. We've got Koopa Trooper in P4, still putting the pressure on Sunny Bray. Nice little battle going on here. But while they keep battling, RJ is coming. And he is coming quickly. 2.4 seconds down the road at the moment. So keep an eye out on that time. Back down, we've got Slippergoon that's got a 3-second time penalty down in P19. And he's gone way across the grass there. May have got a bit of overspeed there. So not the night for Slippergoon there. Filthy has joined as well. RJ getting a 3-second time penalty, and this is going to be the biggest problem of this track, is track limits. We are seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers, and we're only on lap 10 with penalties, Daniel.
Yeah, like you just said, that's going to be the skill of this track. Time penalties. This track is prone to give you time penalties, especially through the first 2 corners and going through that chicane. So that is not very good, as Koopa Trooper and Sunny Bray go back battling yet again, folks. This battle is not over between Koopa and Sunny Bray, as there's a yellow flag around the final corner. That's an Alpine, so that might have been M. John R. or teammate right behind him. But let's focus back on to Koopa Trooper and the Cadillac of Sunny Bray. This battle is intense so far, as M. John R. goes a bit wide. He's slow through the first couple of corners. He's gotten back up to speed again, so that's a very good sign for him. But Sunny Bray, at this point in time, he would have the battery percentage going down the main straight here, and he's gonna have the overtake mode. So Sunny Bray could get past Koopa Trooper here. You'll most likely win with that help of the overtake mode. Gets the rear, a little bit snappy from the rears there. That must be a sign of his rears going a little bit worn there. That's gonna make him lose a bunch of time. So he's gonna have to gain back up to that as Sunny Bray actually gets a penalty now, and that's Slipper going off in trouble. So Sunny Bray with a penalty now. All we need is Aiden is Raiden and Koopa Trooper to get a penalty, and then basically the whole of the top 5 have got penalties. But it's Koopa and Aiden, they won't get penalties. So at this point in time, I believe Sunny Bray and RJ Kustra are level penalties, so like penalties won't be in effect there. As Wizfam gets a penalty as well. There's a battle between Cooper and Sunnybray still going on. And look at Sam RR and AXT. They're battling Mad Mesh for P7 here. It's basically Mad Mesh down to Wizfam for P10. So this spot here for P10 is going to be heating up. There's a Haas, a Ferrari, a Red Bull, and an Aston Martin. Folks, you've never seen an Aston Martin up high before, especially in real life Formula 1. But here's the thing, Mad Mesh has got 0%, same with AXT, but Sam RR has almost 70% battery going down the main straight. So Sam RR is looking in a great spot at this point in time, but AXT pulls it into the pit lane. He's going to be coming in and putting on those hard compound of tyres. But the question is, when do the top 5 come in and bolt on those hard tyres and go to the end, SJ? That's the question.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens at the moment. We've got a few guys coming into the pits at the moment. We've got Jonna, who's decided to call it. He's retired. I think he's retired into the pits as well. Sibagoon as well down there in P19. He's basically, I think he has been lapped. Aina's rated 7.3 seconds out in front. Absolutely destroying it tonight. He's doing a fantastic job. Symphonic, though, is trying to hold on to that P2, but he's under extreme pressure from Cooper Trooper, Sonny Bray, and RJ is not that far down the road as well. A very good drive from Cooper Field tonight. Mad Mish, Samar, and Mertz, and Cheetos, all in the top 11 as well, so really, really good to see there. But our champion's been a bit unfortunate. Filthy in AXT. Obviously, AXT has just picked, but Filthy's been a bit unfortunate tonight. Symphonic, though, has just come into the pits, and someone's gone off. Who's that? Slippergoon off again. I would, you've got 12 seconds of pens, mate, and if you're lapped, I would just call it. I wouldn't even bother. Otherwise, you're just going to get in people's way. And, well, talking of that, people's way, we have a safety car on lap 14 now, 32.
Yes, this is going to help Aiden Israden massively. This is going to give Aiden Israden a free pit stop here. Same with Cooper and Sonny Bray. And you know what? Symphonic has just pitted. So I want to look at Aiden Israden and Symphonic. The current gap between them, if we have a look at gap to the leader here, between Aiden Israden and Symphonic is just over 30 seconds. 32.9 seconds. So I want to look at where Aiden Israden comes out compared to Symphonic. Because I think the transition from start of pit lane to the end of pit lane plus a pit stop, I think it's around like 20 seconds almost, I believe. So I want to see where Aiden Israden comes out, if he does come into the pit lane. So what does Aiden Israden do? Does he come into the pit lane? Oh boy, you bet. As he slams on those brakes, perimeter on. Cooper Trooper will most likely come in with Sonny Bray and RJ Kustra. But Symphonic is trying his best to pull that gap down. Aiden Israden pulls into the box. Stops on his marks. Off go the mediums. On come the hards. A little bit of a slow... very good stop, I reckon. But here comes Symphonic round the final corner. Does he get somewhat close, Aiden Israden? No, not even close. Not even close. Aiden Israden retains the lead. But what about RJ Kustra, Sonny Bray, and Cooper? Where's he come out compared to these two? Here comes Sonny Bray. Not Sonny Bray. Symphonic, does he get out in front of Sonny Bray? Yes, he does. But not out in front of Cooper Trooper. As we go safety car period, let's run you through the current standings at this point in time. Aiden Israden leading from Cooper Trooper, Symphonic P3, Sonny Bray P4, RJ Kustra P5, and then Cooper Field P6. What a result for him. As Sonium has just been disqualified for ignoring yellow flags. Okay, well that's something you don't really see. But Cooper Field P6, David P7, Madmesh P8, Sam RR23, P9, WizFam P10, AXT in the Ferrari P11, TTV MYRTS P12, BH Champion P13, Hot Cheetos 14, Slushy 15, and then Filthy rounding out the no nose cone. So that visual glitch is still there. EA, please do something about this, I pray. And then we lose Slippergoon, MJ, Hoffy, Dwayne, Sonium, and then a Ruthless Guy. As we go, safety car period on lap 15 out of 32. Still a bit of a long way to go, in my opinion. But this would help Aiden's Raiden and Kuba's because now they can get to the end comfortably. But yeah, so far this race has been chaotic, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, definitely. It's been very, very interesting to say the least. And we'll have to wait and see what happens here because Aiden's Raiden has completely lost that lead that he had, which was really unfortunate earlier on. He had a great lead and now it's all come back down. But we've seen he's got the pace, but he's battling a Koopa Trooper on fresh hards, Symphonic on 2 laps, Sunny Bray on 1 lap, and RJ on 1 lap. But the only beauty is that Aiden's Raiden has is P3, 4, and 5 all have penalties behind them as well. We've got a few guys on the medium, 16 laps out of 32. 16 guys remaining, unfortunately, tonight in Imola. If you are tuning in with us and have just jumped in, we've got a bit of a visual glitch there with Filthy's car with no front wing. He does have a front wing. It is a visual glitch. We've lost Slippergoon. He's just retired a minute ago. Mr. John R. Hoffy, Dwayne, Somnian, and a Ruthless Guy. Obviously, 2 DSQs tonight. So a little bit unfortunate there on that. We've got 16 runners to go. Let's look at the penalty situation. Wow, look at that. Filthy on 3, Hot Cheetos on 3, 6 for Bar Champion, 3 for Wiz, 6 for Mad Mesh, 3 for RJ, 3 for Sunny, 3 for Symphonic. So it looks like it's going to be a battle for P3, depending on what Cooper Field can cause there as well. So really, really good to see. Fastest lap. Let's have a look at that. 118.290 goes to Symphonic at the moment. And Aiden's Raiden is leading the way. Are we going to see any more changes in this grid order when this safety car decides to come in?
Oh boy, I hope so. I hope there's a bit of a battle for the lead, and which there will be because it's Koopa Trooper and Aiden's Raiden. Those two are always racy. As Hot Cheetos gets a penalty under safety car, so that's another 3-second penalty. But yeah, safety car lap 17 under 32. As we have a moment to breathe. It feels like we haven't had a moment to breathe because this race has been full on. But yeah, I hope we see a bit of a battle for the top 5 maybe, because they're all on fresh hards. But Cooper Field, 3-lap old medium. And I think at the start of the medium stints, they're quick. I'm talking about the mediums. The mediums are quick during their first opening stint, but during the mid part of their stint, they fall off. So I hope Cooper Field can somewhat gain a couple of positions on the safety car restart. Speaking of the safety car restart, will the safety car be in at the end of the lap? Let's find out, folks. I don't think it is. I think we go around for another no. Soon. I spoke too soon, ladies and gentlemen. It is coming in at the end of this lap. So if you don't understand, if you're doing Formula 1, when the safety car comes in, it hands control to the leader, so Aiden's Raiden's going to slow way down and wait for the safety car to pull into the pit lane. As I saw Mad Mesh have a bit of a collision and get a 10-second penalty for that. The question is, when does Aiden's Raiden go? He goes now. He catches Cooper Trooper sleep as we round the final quarter. Green flags are out. We are back racing here around the circuit as we go green around the Imola Grand Prix circuit. It's currently Aiden is Raiden, but second, but Cooper Trooper is going to track that down quickly. But look at Saturday, he's looking at racy early here on the real Phonic. But at this point in time, top 5, top 10 stay the same most. No changes early, but it's a very good clean restart for Aiden is Raiden, looking to somewhat pull away from Cooper Trooper, but Cooper Trooper is saying, no, you're not running away from me. He's sticking with him, folks. So let's see if Cooper Trooper can do anything. He's all over the rear of Aiden Raiden's Cadillac, and I think Aiden Raiden went a little bit wide through that corner. Through the chicane we go. What can Cooper Trooper do? Can he get a good run? No, he can't. The good run would go to Symphonic, maybe. And maybe Aiden is Raiden as well. As we round out the final corner. This is when people will start to get that overtake mode, being behind the car in front. But look at both Mercedes, P5 and 6. And they're tussling. As RJ Kusho gets a penalty as well. That's just tossed his chances of getting a podium gone. So, Aiden Raiden has almost checked out here from Cooper Trooper. Almost 0.8 of a second. But he's going to pull that down because he's got that overtake mode. But the top 5 has stayed the same-ish. But I wouldn't count out Cooper Field as of yet.
Yeah, there's battle going on at the moment in that 13th and 14th between Slushy and Hot Cheetos. Filthy is in there as well, and Spectator as Hot Cheetos. I don't know what is going on there. I don't know if he's glitching or losing control, but yeah, he's dropped down into P15. So, yeah, nearly loses it on the curb there as well. Just keeping an eye on Hot Cheetos there. He just doesn't seem to have good signal at the moment. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. He's dropped down to P15. Apparently he's... Oh, that's leader, sorry. We'll go back to intervals. Second back from Filthy at the moment, so he's lost quite a lot of time. Filthy's now pushing the pressure on Slushy for that P13 position. But Champions land there, P12 at the moment. Matt's in P11. AXT in P10. WizFam doing a great job in P9. We've got Sama in P8. Madmesh in P7, but does have that big penalty to his name. 16 seconds of penalties there. We've got moves going up the front as Symphonic has got the move done on Cooper Trooper for that P2 spot. Cooper Trooper is now into P3. We've got moves going on here as well in 8th and 9th as Wiz has got the job done on Sam up into P8. Sam is going to come back at him and try and get the move done at the moment. We've still got moves going on left, right and centre with 12 laps remaining. Slushy and Filthy are going at it. Then we've got WizFam and Sam are going at it again into the hairpin. Sam goes to the wide line, gets the move done and takes the position. AXT though is going to get the grip and he's going to get the move done on WizFam. Then he gets the move done. There we go. 2 for the price of 1. And WizFam goes from P8 to P10 in one corner, but he doesn't give up because he's going to come back at AXT and they're going to go side by side. Great move there. We are going to see these two battle it out on Monday night as well, which will be very exciting. Slushy is going wheel to wheel, but Champion gets the move done up into P12. Moves are happening left, right and centre, but Slushy then gets himself a penalty and yeah, that is the way Imola is, unfortunately. It hands out penalties like Oprah Winfrey says, you have a penalty, you have a penalty.
Yeah, Imola is like that, unfortunately. But look at this, Sunny Bray, look at all AC down the inside, thinks about it, no. Symphonic, 3-second time penalties, up to 6 seconds worth of penalties at this point in time. But look at Sunny Bray down the inside of Cooper Trooper, you don't normally see a take there, but he went for it. They're still side by side going left-hander. But Sunny Bray is looking at race all over the gearbox of the Audi racer as AXT must have went off track. He's gone wide. He's lost a handful of positions. But let's go back to this MYTRS battle and Filthy battle with the no front wing. They're looking pretty racy. Now, Sunny Bray all over the gearbox of the Audi racer. He's got the overtake as well. So I reckon he might be able to get it going down into turn 1. as bar champion, 3-second penalty. But look at both Mercedes. Both Mercedes are basically running line astern in battle. So RJ Kustra is basically is going to carve out the way for teammate Cooper Field to get those positions. But let's see if Sunny Bray can do anything. Cooper Trooper has 0% battery. Sunny Bray unable to at this point in time. But both Mercedes are looking very quick as Axe's safety car deployed again on lap 22 out of 32. 10 laps go. As Sunny Bray gets a 10-second severe collision with Cooper Trooper. Oh, that is big, SJ.
Yeah, another safety car with 10 laps to go, and AXT is another one. And, well, look at that. It's nearly every single different car, apart from 2 Williams there. We've got a Williams, we've got an Aston, we've got a McLaren, a Haas, an Alpine, Williams, and a Ferrari. So, some of these guys not having the night tonight. We've got 15 guys remaining. As if this was a 100% race, these all would score points. But those penalties are definitely going to surprise this grid up a little bit. Look at that. You've got 6 for Symphonic now. 13 for Sunny Bray. RJ's on 6. Cooper Phil keeping it really nice and clean. Same with Cooper Trooper and Aiden's Raiden. Then you have got Mad Mesh on 16. You've then got Wiz, Slushy, Filthy on 3. Then Bird Champion has now added extra to a 9-second time penalty now. Hot Cheetos on 6 second of time penalties. So, yeah, interesting on the penalties. I will let you take it away with the grid, and which I will keep on board with Aiden's Raiden. I'll leave it with you for the time being. I'll be back in a sec.
Thank you very much indeed, SJ. As Cooper Field has come in, he's going to bolt on another set of medium compound tyres. He's going to go to the end of... It's basically the second half of the grid has all come in. So that's going to be spicy come to the safety car restart. But David has stayed out. He's going to drop all those people. But Aiden is Raiden currently leading with 10 laps. He's basically from almost pole to flag almost. It's going to be... Might be a pole to flag victory for Aiden is Raiden. But we have to look at the penalties though. The penalties is going to change this race up massively come the checkered flag. If people are managing to stay within those penalty those time limit things. You have to stay however seconds close to the car in front if they have a penalty. But Symphonic with 6 seconds worth of penalties, this is gonna... If the race were to end right now, Symphonic would lose out. He would go all the way to P8, I think. And Mad Mesh gets another 3 seconds. He's up to penalty, surely not. Okay, good, he's not. Wait, is he? Wait, where is he? Mad Mesh. No, 9 seconds. Okay, good. He's obviously served that 10-second time penalty during that safety car. But, yeah, as we continue to trundle through the safety car, the second safety car, stint here. Currently, Aiden is Raiden, leading from Symphonic with that 6-second time penalty. Then Cooper Trooper, P3. Good race by him so far. Sunny Bay, RJ Ikushta, and P5. Slushy P6, Filthy P7, Cooperfield P8. Very clean stint by him so far. He's on the fresh mediums, by the way. So he might be able to jump all of those cars with old tyres compared to him. As AXT has left the session, he's DNF'd. Good. As we have Sam in P9, Wizfam P10, Bar Champion P11, MYRTS P12, Hot Cheetos P13, Mad Mesh 14, and then David coming out of the pit lane in P15, but on fresher tyres. And then unfortunately we lose AXT, Huffy, and Dwayne, and then we lose Sonium and we Rufus Guy to DSQs. But let's find out if the safety car will be coming in at the end of the lap, and let's find out if SJ is back with us. And it doesn't look like SJ is quite back yet. Let's see if the safety car comes in. Will it be in at the end of this lap? Will we go racing this by... It came in Right about now, last time, and it looks like we'll go for another lap here, folks. But yeah, actually no, it's coming much more late time. Ooh, thing. As another collision has happened again. Who's gonna get a 10-second time penalty this time, folks? It's basically it's handing out like bloody Costco free samples. Dude. Here, you want a free sample? You can have it. But let's see when Aiden is raiding guns and sends us racing here from Imola. He doesn't go, he waits, and he waits even more. He's gonna wait to the line. And we go! Right at the line! Chaos going into turn 1. Everyone's gonna get penalties. This is gonna be chaos. As we go back racing, and we go into the run of turn 1. Look at everyone spreading out, trying to jostle for... Aiden is right in leads. Cooperfield, 3-second penalty. But he's jumped up to P5. And a bit of contact. Aston Martin going down. It looks like the Aston Martin of Sam going around. But very good start by Aiden is Raiden here. As Red Bull is a travel, it is Hot Cheetos. Hot Cheetos is around, and a big crash. Red Bull is around. It is the Red Bull of Sam R23. Everyone managing to avoid him. Maybe there's a Ferrari of Filthy going slowly as everything has kicked off late here. But Aiden is Raiden almost squeezing out a 1-second gap on Cooper Trooper. But look at this, Sunny Bray and Cooperfield going side by side through the chicane. This is going to let his teammate RJ Ekustra. Symphonic jumps Cooper Trooper actually for P2 here. Symphonic back up to P2, Cooper Trooper back down to P3 as the Red Bull of Sam R3 is around. And he probably is going to get back going, hopefully. Yes, he's getting back going, so that is splendid indeed. As we get lap 26 out of 32. Symphonic P2 with that 6-second time penalty. Cooper Trooper, 3-second time penalty.
Oh!
Big crash!
Wow, what
happened? Big crash! Cooperfield and Cadillac of Sunny Bray going into the gravel. Oh no, that's wow. As Sunny Bray is retired from the session, he was looking to get a podium. As Aiden is ready to loses out to Symphonic. Everything is kicked off in the back half of this race this show.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like, I don't know what's happened there. We've seen another retirement as well. Sam RR is gone. Sunny Bray's now gone. Mertz is now on the softs. We've probably just over 7 laps to go. Excuse me. Samar has left the session, so I don't know what's happened there. It's all gone a little bit wrong in these closing stages of the race. We've now got 13 drivers remaining, and there's a big crash there. And I've no idea what happened there with Cooper and Sunny Bray. I don't know if he just completely missed his braking point. Interesting scenes here in the reserve program. But while we're looking at Cooper Field at the moment, he's got Mad Mesh in front and Bar Champion, who is now up to P6. He's trying to battle as well. Mad Mesh is looking to make a move as he's going to go on the right hand side. This does not look good at all. He's going to go around the outside. He tries to go off track, and they're off track, and there's a big accident again. Oh my days, what is going on here? People making silly mistakes, and Mad Mesh has now gone down. Bud Shetman gets a 10-second for collision with David. Oh, it's all going on here. Look at the pens now. We've got 6 for Symphonic, 3 for Cooper Trooper, 6 for RJ, 3 for Cooperfield. Slushy's got 3. Mad Mission and Filthy are going at it. Filthy on 3, Mad Mission on 12, Bad Champion on 19, Hot Cheeto on 6. WizFam on 3 and Nerds on 3. It's all going wrong. Everyone is so close together as well. And yeah, this is an interesting race that we are seeing here. What is going on tonight, the reserve program? It looks like some of the racecraft and standards has gone out of the window tonight.
Yeah, it's very surprising to see. But David in P9, just as long as he sticks behind that battle there, he's going to claim all those positions. But Aiden is currently leading from Symphonic, and Symphonic is looking racy late here. tries to pull the little fake out the bag. Cooper Trooper, another 3-second penalty. This is penalties galore. So we got Symphonic down to RJ Kustra with a penalty, with a 6-second time penalty. So that's going to be interesting come the late race, the checkered flag. So this grid is going to get tousled up massively, folks. But Aiden is rated still leading without a penalty, So the only two drivers that don't have a penalty is Aiden Israden and David. Those are the two people without penalties. As Symphonic tried to send it down the inside of the chicane, you don't really see it in the chicane. And Symphonic has lost it.
Oh no!
Symphonic has lost the car. He's out. That's another safety car. What is going on? Please, someone explain to me. That's another safety car.
What's
and this might take us to the end. This might be a safety car until the end.
How did that happen?
I think he got on the curb and he lost it.
Oh wow!
I was watching him and he was on the curb and he just gassed it too much. Wow. What? Speechless. What the heck? Everyone's gonna go softs. So this is gonna mix up everything, SJ. Everything's gonna get mixed up again. Penalties are gonna come in. So Aiden Raiden has basically got this race locked in the bag. But it's basically a battle for the podium now.
Yeah, apparently there's a car on the road. Apparently.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
There was the Audi of TTV guy. He was there, but I don't think he was anywhere near Symphonic to do anything, unless Symphonic got distracted by him and just lost it. But yeah, I mean, look, this race is going to be chaos because we're going to have a 2-lap sprint. I'm expecting the safety car to come in at the end of this lap. So we're going to have a 2-lap sprint to the finish. RJ Kustra sitting P3. But look at David. He's sitting P5 without a penalty. Just as long as he can hang on and somewhat hold position. We're going to have a 2-lap dash, SJ. But no, maybe even... Yeah, we're going to have a 2-lap dash. What has happened? Look how many DNFs we got. There was 22 races. We're down to 11. This is a survival race. David's actually coming into the pit lane. So this is going to hand the soft lead to Filthy. This race has just kicked off with what seems to be a 2-lap sprint coming off of the safety car. What has happened, SJ? I'm speechless, bro. Help me.
What a action-packed, drama-filled night to come back to the Kelms box with obviously 11 drivers DNFing and 11 drivers still on the grid as well. And an interesting one tonight. There'll obviously be a few conversations, I think, on this. This is not what we want to see, unfortunately. So we'll let it continue. We've obviously got a lot of guys still on penalties, but I think if you're going to drive like this at the weekend, you're not going to last 5 laps, let alone 60. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But props to the rest of the guys that are still sticking at it and going for it. Well done to the new guys as well. Obviously, Cooper, Field, Hot Cheetos, Mad Mesh. Really good job from them, and also Mertz as well. So yeah, they're sticking at it, which is good. I don't know where we're going to place them. It's going to be interesting. We do have a safety car coming in. Aiden's Raiden has basically got this signed, sealed and delivered. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here.
Yeah, he's basically got it locked in just as long as he doesn't get a penalty, but Cooper has 6 seconds worth of penalties, so, I mean, just as long as Amos Raiden doesn't bottle it like he normally does, he will come home victorious as he sends us back racing. I will do this lap. He almost bottles it coming for the final quarter. I'll do this lap and then I'll hand it to SJ for the final. But let's go racing for an ultimate time in this chaotic race, this chaotic reserve Grand Prix. It's Aiden Raiden basically got this win locked up and he's basically won it. It's going to be a license flag victory here for Raiden. But it's going to be a fight for the final podium positions. As a little bit of a little bit of celebratory early. There's an Alpine off the road. 2TV guy, he's letting everyone past. As he actually resets the track, that's actually can't do that unfortunately. But Filthy has gotten up to P5 on those soft compounded tyres. But I would be watching David in P10. He's going to jump basically almost a lot of them if he can keep up. But look at Cooper Trooper. He is racy against Aiden Raiden besides the penalties. As we go through the chicane for the penultimate time, let's see if Aiden Raiden gets a penalty. He doesn't, but Mesh does. I can't curse the wrong person. But Cooper Trooper gets the position as David is around.
Isn't David
with the
as well?
No, and with fam, no. But let's hand it over to SJ. Final lap. SJ, let's just end this, brother.
Yeah, here we go. On the final lap, 32 out of 32. We've got Cooper Trooper and Aiden Raiden hards on the 17 laps. And Aiden Raiden does get the move done. Cooper Trooper holds that P2 at the moment. I don't know if he's going to keep that. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, he might do. And this Filthy has anything to say about it because he is right in the mix of this. And so is Slushy as well in P7. If he can get right to the back of Cooper, that's going to be the question. But is Aiden Raiden going to be able to do anything else? I don't know what Mertz is doing at the back there in P11. Just put the car in the pits or finish the race. It's obviously not been the night for him, and he's got 10 seconds as well. So Aiden Raiden leading the way in P1, Cooper Trooper in P2, and RJ in P3. It's been a fantastic race from the top three as well. We almost had Symphonic there earlier on. It looks like Aiden Raiden is going to be able to take the win here. No penalties. It's given a bit of information for him for this week coming, but we'll have to wait and see. It's because Cooper and Trooper and RJ are going to go at it, and they're going to try and get the bragging rights for P2. They're both on 6 seconds. They're going to go side by side in the final corner. A little bit of wheel banging as well. Can anyone get the move done? Cooper Trooper trying to go around the outside. RJ is holding his position. Cooper Trooper is coming on the right hand side. Can he get the move done? No, he can't. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Job done, race done. We'll bring Aiden Raiden in to have a quick chat if he wants to. And that is it.
Thanks to penalties, Filthy and Slushy got a podium. Wow. What a reserve Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. That delivered. But yeah, we wait for Aiden to pop in for a little bit of a chat on that Grand Prix. But that was chaotic, ladies and gentlemen. As RJ Kusha has left the station, he is done. He's gone. So yeah, there's going to be 10 drivers finishing out of 22. So that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that was a very interesting night and one to probably forget. But we'll see if Aiden Raiden will come in and join us in the comms box before we get to the end of this race. There we go. 11 guys finishing the race, technically 10 in the end because Mertz was a lap behind. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is round number 5 reserve program done of Imola. We will be seeing all of these guys, or most of these guys, this week coming to the Division 1, 2, 3 and 4. But the first one will be Division 1 on Saturday night. Will Aiden Raiden be able to do what he's done tonight at the weekend? We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a very, very interesting night ahead. And we do have him in the comms box, which we'll jump on in a second. But there we go. We'll go to the classification results. Get that job done and dusted. And there we go. Race winner is Aidan Azraden. Fastest lap goes to Aidan Azraden. Driver of the day goes to David. Very well done. No penalties. Most overtakes Slushy. And cleanest driver also to David. So a really good job from him. Aidan Azraden taking out P1. Filthy taking P2 due to penalties. A lot changing up there. Slushy taking P3. Cooper Trooper. Then Cooper Field. Mad Mesh. Hot Cheetos. David. Wiz. RJ. And Mertz, who was a lap down. We then lost Symphonic, Bar Champion, Sunny Bray, Sama R, AXT, Slippergoon, Mr. John R, and Hoffy and Dwayne, Somnian, and a Ruthless Guy, who both had a DSQ. And yes, first of all, before we get on to the interview, summary of that.
What? Nothing. Speechless.
Okay.
Just speechless.
Yeah, I would say exactly the same. Aidan Azraden, welcome to join us. Very, very good night for you, mate. No penalties. Really enjoyed yourself. Obviously, had a little bit of an issue with one of your qualifying laps. I think you got impeded massively. But how did you find the track yourself and the practice going into Saturday night?
Good race, I think. Didn't get any warnings, which is pretty nice. Yeah, qualifying was okay. Only really got one lap. Impeding and I impelled in my first two. But yeah, I haven't done any laps prior to this, so I'm pretty happy so far. Yeah, I'm confident with the penalties though. Got no warnings. It's gonna be double the length on Saturday. So yeah, I think obviously if you had no penalty in that race and you're at the bottom, you'd probably be top 5, purely by keeping on the track. So I think that will hopefully work to my advantage if I keep driving the same. Yeah.
Yeah, nicely done. I think obviously your races currently at the moment compared to last season, you obviously had a really, really bad start last season to the start, and then obviously started to put in some fantastic results. Bit of a difference this season. You've had a very, very good start to the beginning of the season, and yeah, you're racing really well, and obviously that's a big confidence boost on the track, which is massive for track limits. We know Imola has had issues with the bugs, but now it's obviously fixed. But it is a long race, and obviously you've got to have big confidence tonight, even doing 32 laps and having no warnings and no penalties. Do you think that will put you in good stead for the race at the weekend, where you do have a very interesting grid, to say the least? You don't have some of the big shots racing this week, so yeah, how do you think you're going to go?
Yeah, definitely. I think it would be good. Just keep my nose clean. Yeah, the 100% race. Don't know what the strategy is going to be. Probably still a one stop, I assume. But yeah, overtaking probably hard. I didn't experience much because the guy I was overtaking always had no overtake boost. But I think in the pack, maybe harder to overtake. You don't no DR zones anymore, and it's a hard track to overtake normally. So yeah, I think qualifying is going to be pretty important here. Obviously, anything can happen. Probably be safety cars. So might be might be a gamble.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Wow, I think, yeah, it looked like it's going to be a very interesting one. And you did have some really, really good battles out there with Cooper Trooper tonight, and also Symphonic, who is in the same division as you. So it'll be very, very exciting to see what happens this weekend, especially on a long race compared to what we've had tonight. So, no, well done. And yeah, look forward to seeing what you can do over the weekend. And I'll pass you over to Daniel if he's got any questions for you.
Yeah, well done indeed, Aiden is Raiden. One question for you. You were leading by 7 seconds, I believe. And when that safety car came out, obviously you were thinking about boxing, but when were you going to box before the safety car, or if the safety car didn't even come out?
Well, I was probably going to do lap 13, but no one else behind me pitted, so I decided to extend. I honestly just wanted to battle someone, so I was just going to extend until they made the gap up, then just have good tires for the rest of the race. But if there was a real race, I'd probably go lap 12 or 13.
I've got one last question for you before I let you go. What was your reaction when Symphonic and the rest of the top five ended up getting 6 seconds and 9 seconds worth of penalties, and you basically had that race sealed?
Oh, well, yeah, I kind of sealed it really. I just need to keep it clean, which I know I can do. It's just a bit of insurance, really.
Yeah, well done indeed, Aders Raiden. I'll let you go enjoy this win. Good luck in Div 1. Are you racing in Div 1 this week? I believe you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck. You're not?
I am, yes.
Oh, yeah. You are. Good luck in Div 1. And, yeah, hope to see you victorious again in Division 1. Well done, and we'll for Div 1 tomorrow. No, 2 days, actually, sorry.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aidan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in for the reserve program. That is done and dusted. Aidan took out the win there and definitely showed that Imola is can be easy if you don't get any track limits or warnings. Will that be the case at the weekend? We'll have to wait and see. It is a different beast. It's not 32 laps. It is 63 laps of racing, and you are up against some serious drivers as well. And we've seen there's going to be some very interesting overtakes and battles, and yeah, let's hopefully see that we see a clean race going into Division 1, Daniel.
Yeah, let's hope for that.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Daniel. Anything from you before we wrap it up?
Yeah, just one thing. Make sure to tune into the podcast, because like I was saying earlier in the show, I've got a massive announcement dropping in the podcast dropping tomorrow. So make sure to tune into that, because it changes everything basically. So make sure to watch the podcast. But yeah, it's basically all from me. Just watch the podcast and you'll see what my announcement is.
Awesome. Yep, check it out. Rush Time podcast dropped earlier today and will go live tomorrow. And we have the race going up on Saturday night. You'll be joined by me in the comms box. I'll be taking away with Division 1, which will be very, very exciting. Looking forward to seeing what the guys can do and put us on display. Obviously, tonight we have seen, well, I don't know what we've seen. Question mark, question mark, question mark. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. But remember, get involved. If you are wanting to race in a racing league, then feel free to jump on board and get involved in the Discord. But thank you very much for your time, and we will see you on the next one, which is Spa. Good night.
Sprint Spa.